And a good day, all of you. John Henderson Pierre, the Beverage Ramble and Chats, back again with you. Another Beverage Ramble edition. Finally, able to get this beer now. But I wanted to do it before I left Georgia, but that's another topic for another day. Well, I'll get with that topic later. Real American beer. It's a partnership between Terry Bollier, there he goes, Hulk Hogan, World Wrestling Federation or World Wrestling Entertainment, and a bunch of breweries that are involved in this. But he got in this partnership. This beer was introduced in 2024. 4.2% ABV, 110 calories, 4 grams of carbs, 100% American. Now, the beer is brewed at a bunch of breweries. Stevens Point Brewery in Wisconsin, City Brewing, which does a lot of contract brews, as we all know, City Brewing, up in La Crosse, another brewery in Chicago, and a few others in other locations. One also in Denver, Colorado as well. So as it says in here, America, sorry, this is why the writing is so bad in this one. America's at its best when, oh my God, I can barely read right now. Why is the writing so slow? America's at its best. And then when we all come together drinking beer. So I don't like when they have these writings are so just, you could barely see it. It's just like, my God, maybe I do need glasses. And sharing a beer together, regardless of our political differences, which in a lot of ways makes sense with what he says. And now this political climate has gotten so toxic, it's just crazy. It has, folks. It's just to be straight up real. It has been gotten toxic, way too toxic. 70 score on Beer Advocate and 3.2 out of 5 on tap. So paid now was introduced in 2024, as I said. 17 states had already had it. Now slowly but surely has crept its way up in the Northeast, starting this past year. A couple places had it. When I started to do my research, even before I left Georgia to move up here to Jersey, there were like very few, and I mean very few places could get it. I had to do the beer finder. I had to go up to, saying you have to go up to Jersey City, maybe into Brooklyn, possibly into, Staten Island. I was like, I ain't doing all that shit to go find beer. So the other night, was picking up, a little tall boy. I think it was Coors Light or Coors Banquet, whatever it was. And I did a double take. I was like, holy shit, there's Real American beer. And unfortunately, what I had to pay for it was like, all right, I'll drop it down for you. It was like close to $16. So, are they trying to compete with the price of, $15.49, plus tax, come to 16 and change. Are they trying to compete with the likes of Coors Light and Bud Light? I don't know. Because that's usually the price that you get. Now, again, I'm living back in Jersey. I'm not down in Georgia or Alabama, where this beer is also located as well. In Louisiana, which I'm surprised Ronald J. Terry of Louisiana Beer Reviews has not done a review of this yet. Maybe he will. And a few others. But I've seen a bunch of videos already on YouTube on this, and some of them have been kind of funny, hysterical. But anyway, here's what the beer looks like. Let's get off an aroma of a cream ale that I'm getting in this. So Most light beers are tend to be within that ABV range between 3.7, no, 2.8% Miller Extra Light or Miller 64 to let's see, to 4 point up to 4.3. You know, like Bush. No, Bush Light is 4 point. No, that's no. Bush Light is 4.1, and regular Bush is 4.3. But Bush Light and Bush really is it really a Bush is really a light beer if you ask me. But so between that ABV, that usually light lagers tend to be at that range. So, but it's giving off a very cream ale taste. I mean, excuse me, a cream ale aroma that I'm getting right now. So I haven't tasted it yet. You know, my girlfriend's not a fan of Hulk Hogan. I'll get to that in a little bit. All right, let's go have that. Cheers. It isn't bad. It's not great either. I'm just going to be honest, it's not. It has a bit of cream ale feel, and it has a not quite malty. It's a very thin feel to it. It's kind of bland in some ways. I mean, I guess it's really, 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 and I mean really has to be cold for it to be consumed. Well, I mean, yeah, I'm sorry, I take that back. Yes, it has to be super cold, but that's the vibe I'm getting. It's like a very cream ale-ish, very cereal-y, like some oats and, you know, Kellogg's cornflakes kind of vibe crushed down. I mean, it's... I bought it, so I got to bite the bullet. And I was hoping, you know, calling some of these places if they had this in a 6-pack. But unfortunately, everyone says, no, it's a 12-pack, 12-pack, 12-pack. So some reviews I've seen, like on Beer Advocate and, you know, Untapped says, one reviewer said it was, they were able to find a tall boy of this. So it must be somewhere in the Midwest, but right now it's in 23 states, and I guess it's continued to make its way slowly. I know they have an agreement with Walmart to put their beer out there. So, of course, we all know Terry Bollier, you know, aka Hulk Hogan. I would say is right up there in that Mount Rushmore of one of the greatest, you know, I don't say entertainers, sports athletes, I don't say wrestlers. When they say wrestlers, you would put Gorgeous George, then you would put Andre the Giant, Ric Flair, in terms of that made professional wrestling a pop thing, just a big thing back in the late 70s and 80s, and especially in the 80s. You know, from the Rocky 3, after Rocky 3, then slowly but surely with professional wrestling, started doing movies, making appearances on TV shows, music videos. Of course, he then slowly did some movies himself, starring in, and he was just such a larger than life character. Just, I mean, everyone tuned in to watch. That big wrestling match he had with Andre the Giant in 1983 at the Superdome at the Silverdome, Pontiac, Michigan, WrestleMania 3. Was huge. 93,000 at the stadium. Was the largest, huge event. Saturday night main event, another wrestling event they would do that was aired on a Friday night on live television. I mean, it was big. Hulk Hogan was the thing. Then he became a heel when he left, and going to WWE, and going to WCW World Championship Wrestling, formerly NWA. The list goes on and on and on. And of course, he's had some setbacks now. He's no longer with us. Passed away earlier this year, fortunately, tragically. But I just remember the Hulk Hogan that I knew as a popular guy, and not a negative person. So the good things about Hulk, the positive. So all right, I remember the Hulk as a child, not all the stuff. Yes, the comments and everything else that he did. Yeah, I know all that, but anyway, we'll go on. Anyway, real quick before this video ends, Real American Beer, it's all right. Not great, but it's okay. So I'll go the same score, 7.1 for Real American Beer. Check it out, local store, package store, wherever you can get this. Try it, check it out. I'm sure you like it. Real American Beer, good light beer, but you may say good, I don't know. There you go. Join us here at the Beverage Rambling chat soon. Keep on watching. Always cheers, live, laugh, and love. Real American Beer, Real American Beer. It's real. It's American. Yeah, brother.